All the monstrous beasts that had besieged the great emperor finally calmed down. They swiftly gathered their spiritual power and launched a simultaneous strike against him. Streams of spiritual force, each shining in different colors, shot straight toward the emperor. His towering body bore the brunt of every attack directly, and a series of thunderous explosions erupted. The many-eyed beast with blazing crimson pupils at the lead still hadn't unleashed its ultimate move. Growing anxious, it thought to itself, just a little more. Yet, the combined assault of the beasts failed to leave so much as a scratch on the great emperor. Suddenly, the blood-red eye embedded in his colossal body snapped wide open. The beasts witnessing this were startled in horror. At the same time, both the emperor's eye and the monstrous form beneath him began gathering spiritual power. A terrifying force condensed into two immense, dreadful spheres of spiritual energy. In the next instant, he hurled those two spiritual orbs toward the beasts, blocking his path. Blazing spiritual force swept across the void, crushing the horde instantly. The many-eyed crimson beast at the lead survived only because of its protective barrier. Trembling in dread, the spiritual blast pierced through space, triggering countless explosions in the starry void. Beams of light flashed, and the beastly army was torn apart into drifting ash. But just then, within the Emperor's torrent of power, several streaks of black spiritual energy suddenly emerged. They pierced through his force and shot outward. In the blink of an eye, those black rays converged upon the great Emperor himself. Darkness engulfed him. The black spiritual energy condensed into a massive sphere that trapped the Emperor within. The many-eyed crimson beast roared in mad delight. Ha ha ha! You're finished! The black sphere warped, twisting around the Emperor's body as though to devour him whole. The lead beast sneered triumphantly. No matter how strong you are, you cannot resist the pull of a black hole. Before long, the Emperor's massive form was being swallowed into the abyss the beast had created. Watching this, the many-eyed beast laughed frenziedly. This universe has no place for you. Vanish! At the final moment, a faint white radiance flickered from within the black hole, like the Emperor's last lingering breath. Slowly, the black hole collapsed into a single line and sealed itself shut. Gazing at the desolate void before it, the lead beast muttered, "The army is gone. But at least the enemy has been destroyed." The starry sky was littered with fragments. The lead beast stood alone, weary and forlorn. "My eyes are ruined. If I keep fighting, I'll die here too. Better retreat for now." Just then, thick roots of the great Emperor suddenly burst through the void and extended outward. The lead beast widened its eyes at the drifting fragments around it. Damn it! The great Emperor's colossal form emerged once more before its very eyes. The beast froze, unbelieving. Impossible. Even light itself cannot escape a black hole. How could he? Terror gripped its entire being. It stammered, what kind of monster is he?" Not a single wound marred the Emperor's immense body. Realizing the hopelessness of the situation, the many-eyed beast spun around in panic. "I must escape." It tore open the void and darted into the nothingness, racing at full speed while reassuring itself, "Once I hide in the void, I'll be safe." The next heartbeat, its body was severed in two. The lead beast could run no further. Its eyes bulged wide, drowned in despair. The great Emperor strode toward its bifurcated corpse and opened his vast maw, staring at the sharp fangs closing in to devour its body. The lead beast screamed in terror, "No! No, don't!" But the great Emperor seemed deaf to its pleas. He shut his enormous maw in one motion and swallowed it whole. At once, the beast's vision was drowned in endless darkness. Meanwhile, within the Blood Demon clan's palace, the first one who had discovered the whereabouts of one she transforms into three pure ones was kneeling in prostration. His name was Bashuin, and at this moment his head was bowed low. From above, Yu Ziyu gazed down at him and spoke. "At that time, in order to uncover one she transforms into three pure ones, I promised to take the first discoverer as my named disciple." He fell silent for a breath. If he had not risked his life to charge into that minor heavenly court's secret realm, I might not have learned of it so quickly. Though afterward, he was blocked and gravely injured, In the next moment, Yu Ziyu drew out a massive golden spirit stone. Take this. His voice deepened. From today onward, you are my disciple. However, you already have a senior martial sister. In time, you will meet her. Bai Xuan accepted the spirit stone respectfully with both hands. Yes. At once, the spirit stone blazed with dazzling golden light. The brilliance enveloped his body entirely. Agonizing pain, as though his flesh were being burned alive, surged through him and he howled, "Aha!" Yu Ziyu observed him calmly. Right now you are far too weak. First, become stronger. As a blood demon, your constitution is far from exceptional. Today, I shall refine your body with yin-yang dual qi, purifying essence, tempering marrow. Ba Sun's body began to collapse under the torment. He heard Yu Ziyu's voice ring beside his ear. What you endure next will not be ordinary pain. Finally, Ba Xuan fell unconscious. Yu Ziyu stretched out a thick root to support his limp body. With it, he carried Ba Xuan through a teleportation gate. Go first to the world of vitality. When you awaken, you must continue to bear this agony. Just then, Yu Ziyu suddenly sensed something strange. His expression shifted in shock. In the pitch-black miniature world, a surge of spiritual force gathered together, slowly reshaping itself. Yu Ziyu stared in surprise. Another origin spirit. About to be born, in the next breath, the spiritual essence condensed into the form of a child. These children, each belonging to a different world, were the embodiment of the miniature realm's primordial origins within the 9 heavens. In recent years, aside from the mist world and void world, where no origin spirit had yet appeared, the worlds of ice, light, earth, thunder, flame, and now darkness had all produced their own origin spirits. Yu Ziyu remained silent, his thoughts heavy. Each origin spirit will be entrusted to a trained guardian. Once they all are born, their growth will surely elevate the 9 realms to a higher tier. Looking at the miniature world rings he had claimed, Yu Ziyu could not suppress his delight. When that time comes, the miniature worlds will evolve into great worlds. But in that very moment, the king of the Blood Demon clan suddenly felt another presence behind him. Startled, he turned his gaze toward it. Huh! A majestic figure suddenly manifested, seated upon a vast throne behind both him and Yu Ziyu. Yu Ziyu's eyes gleamed coldly as he turned his head, his voice cutting each word. Who are you? The newcomer did not answer his question. His calm, unshaken voice rang out, the god of earth. At last I have found you.